Hey y'all, it's Cindy and Cindy, and we are here today with Kaylee Foster, who's our celebrity of Mississippi recently. Kaylee goes to Ocean Springs High School. She not only is the homecoming queen, but she is also on the football team. And so how in the world did you end up playing football for a high school football team? Because girls usually don't get to play on the guys' football team.
When I was in the 6th grade, my PE coach approached me and he was like, Kaylee, you're kind of good at kickball. I really want you to come try out for the middle school football team and try to be the kicker. So I did, and I just never stopped.
That's great. And so you've been the kicker since what grade?
7th grade.
7th
I started
grade.
in middle school, yeah.
Isn't that awesome? I mean, okay, so now I was already interested in Kaylee and wanted to interview her just because being a girl for the football team I thought was really cool. But then a couple of weeks ago, you were before the game, they had the ceremonies and you were actually named homecoming queen. And what did you think about that?
I was completely surprised by that. I was really excited to be on the court for the 4th years, but I didn't think I was going to get queen. So I was really excited when I did.
Well, that is such an exciting time, and that would have been enough to make my whole high school career complete. I would have been thrilled. And then the very same night, you went in, suited up, went out on the football team, and won the game for the team in overtime by kicking the winning field goal. So that's so awesome. Well, you have gotten to do some really cool stuff because I saw you on Michael Strahan.
Yeah.
And you've gotten, what all else have you've talking to him? What was that like?
That was so
I
awesome.
love him.
He was so nice, and so was Sarah Haynes. They were both so nice, and it made it really easy. I was like really nervous before I went out there, and then I went out there and they gave me hugs, and they were smiling, and they were happy, and it made me like feel so much better.
Well, I was most impressed with the fact you were very composed, and for a high school, I was like, oh my gosh, I would have been a nervous wreck, but she was very composed. But then they gave you beach balls to kick, which I was like, that is so different than a football. Like to kick some air. And she was gracious and just played along and kicked but she kept her crown on the whole time. And that was what was most impressive, because I would have, I was telling your mom when I was talking to her about interviewing you, I had a crown for a birthday party one time, and I just like walking, kept falling off my head. And I was thinking, oh my gosh, she's moving with it on. And so I would have never been a very good princess or queen or whatever. But.
So my question is, how did the other guys, that has to be something, because, it's usually a guy thing. How did they accept you as the kicker? Was there any kind of issues, or did they just welcome you with open arms when they saw your talent? How did that work?
I think once they realized that I actually was okay, they didn't really question it, because I was always friends with them because I was super athletic as a kid. So we were always friends. We played in PE together. We played soccer in 5th grade, PE, kind of whatever. But
right.
Yeah, so I don't know if they were surprised, but I think they were really happy for me once they realized I actually was kind of okay.
Yeah. And then, so since you've been doing this, I guess this is your 5th year, do you know other girls now that, you actually kind of, in my opinion, you kind of set the pace for other women, or girls, you should say, young ladies, to be in the realm of football. Have you had anybody asking you questions about it as a mentor, or do y'all connect in any way that others are doing it?
We actually do have another girl that is on the football team here. Yeah, she's in the 9th grade, so she plays for our 9th grade team. Her name's Sydney. She's awesome. We love her. But no one's ever really actually reached out to me.
Because I don't know another girl that's actually on the football team. Do y'all?
Well, no, I don't. That's
I knew
why
a few.
Yeah, I thought it was so cool. But you not only play football, you play what all other sports? I know you play soccer.
Yes, I play soccer, and I'm on the track and field team.
Okay, so she's just all around athletic. So now we're really jealous of you.
Plus, she's very tall. I just wish I had 2 inches.
I know. She's got on flat shoes, and I have on really high heels. And you actually are going to be coming to Mississippi College next year to play soccer, and I live in Clinton, so I'll cook for you. I know you have other relatives in town, but just so your mom feels good about, you've got somebody close to the campus, and I can be your out of town mom if you want, but your foster mother. But that's really exciting. And another thing that I have had so many of my friends, just kind of more on a serious note, but a lot of my friends have told me that they have shared your story with their young daughters. And, for you to be a role model and to show that they can do whatever they want to do. And as a young person, that is an awesome responsibility, like overwhelmingly. Like to be young and to be at the stage of your life when you're supposed to be making your stupid mistakes. It's time to do it. But yet you know that you've got young girls looking up to you now. I mean, how do you feel about that?
It's a little scary because if I do mess up, I feel like they'll know. But it makes me not want to mess up, so it's like...
Well, yeah, kind of a twofold. And I will say that in my experience as an old person, it's not so much if you mess up, it's how you handle messing up. And so that's probably going to be, just keep that in mind because, you probably will. But, just kidding. But anyway, I'm so excited to meet you. Have you got any other questions?
No, I'm just sitting here. I'm in awe. We're standing on the actual football field that she plays on and kicked this winning field goal. And when we were talking about places, Cindy's like, we've got to do it at the football field if we can, if it's not raining. We've been praying for no rain. So just talking to someone that is, she's got her head on straight. It's obvious. She's got her goals, and you can tell she is just so determined. And I love it that you already have your path set out. A lot of seniors are thinking, what am I going to do?
I have a 5-year plan.
You have a 5-year plan?
Yeah.
So what is your degree? What was your degree?
Accounting.
Accounting?
Yes.
Awesome.
So then I'll get my accounting degree and try to get my CPA, either from Mississippi College or from...
So do you plan on coming back to Ocean Springs?
I don't know yet. I think my parents are leaving once I graduate, so maybe not.
Well, there's one last thing that I know our viewers want to know. Because the first thing you say is, well, if she's on the football field, does she date a football player? Who does she date? So tell us about your boyfriend. We've got to hear about the boyfriend.
My boyfriend's in the band.
And what does he play?
He's center snare, so he's percussion.
Is that a drum?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm learning.
It's a single
I thought
drum.
it was a drum.
Yes.
That's awesome.
I was in the band. I was a cheerleader and in the band, so I know percussion. Anyway,
I like music, so
Yeah.
I'm good with it.
Yeah,
So
that's cool.
I bet that's the one question you get asked.
All the time.
Yeah.
Well, I always ask this question, and Cindy and I do these together sometimes, and we're doing them together because we're going in the state. But if there's one thing that our viewers and people don't know about you, that you'd like to share with us, what's one thing that either you love or that you're involved in or anything like that?
I don't know. I'm recently involved with the Buddies for Life program here at Ocean Springs High School. And
Well, tell us what that is.
so it's a program where we pair up with our inclusion classes, our like special needs like kids, and we all get a buddy. I think it's me and another girl that have a buddy, and we have Adam, and we're very excited. We love Adam.
Hey, Adam.
Yes. So I think once a month or so, once every other month, we have like a big group event, and then in between the group events, we can do whatever we want with our buddies with their parents' permission. So yeah.
Oh, how sweet.
Awesome.
That is great. Okay, so you seem like a perfect child. Is she a perfect child? I'm talking to her mother behind the camera.
She's a pretty good kid.
Does she keep her room clean and everything?
No.
Okay, okay, good. I just wanted to find out if you were normal in any way. Okay.
I mean, the buddy for life is awesome.
That is such a sweet
is
thing
awesome.
to be involved in. I know you, and that's got to be personal satisfaction, and you probably get more out of it than he does, I'm sure. But
Giving back the impact and then also paying it forward. I mean, you can imagine how this is going to impact his life, and then what he will be looking for in his future to impact somebody else's. And that's what we do in the South.
yeah, it is. Well, y'all, thank you so much for being with us here today, and we couldn't do this without our sponsors. And our first sponsor today is Billups.
Billups with Billups.
Billups with Billups. I was going to say for Billups. Billups with Billups, and they are in Oxford, Biloxi, and Madison.
And in Madison, they're in the O. Bacchus building now. So pop in and see them. It's the coolest place. They've got a big history. The food is excellent, especially breakfast if you've ever been down here in Biloxi. But that's just a great thing. We'll put the information, the description on this blog so you'll know where. And then they also have a cool website you can go to. But I met the actual guy, Billups, just on a fluke. And just hearing his story, and he's in Mississippi and what he's brought back, is just amazing.
Yeah,
It is. And Village Boutique in Madison, Mississippi, y'all, those girls are awesome. And when you come, we'll take you there. I mean, just to go in and visit.
We'll take you shopping.
You'll leave with a smile, and you'll be helped. And it's just Southern hospitality. But they're on Main Street in Madison. They have the coolest college clothes, the colors of just about every football team that there is. They have it. So go in and see Dana and Kayla and the rest of the team and tell them we said hello. But we love our sponsors, and we couldn't be down here without them, and we thank them so much.
So we'll say goodbye for now, and we'll be seeing you around the town.